Hey guys, I'm TobeyRenee and welcome to the Faux Pro Studio. So I wanted to show you tonight all the things I'm doing with glass beads, and I'm doing them with golden products. And I really love these glass beads products. It comes in two different sizes, and tonight I'm going to show you the smaller glass beads. I like these because they're just so easy to work with. They're easy to sell, they're super durable, and I want you guys to see how easy it is to work with them. So let's get into it. All right, so when you order these, you can go to Golden and you're gonna get the undercoat and you're gonna get the glass beads. So this is the two products. I normally order the gallon size. I can't remember if they have quarts or not. Sorry, Golden, I can't remember if you guys sell it by the quarts, and I don't remember the prices, but you can check on their website. So I'm going to move this out of the way so we can get started. So let me show you a couple of samples, and I have Justin here tonight with me. Hi, Justin. Okay, so I want to show everybody. So which direction should I point? Okay. All right. So I want to show everybody. This is silver glass beads. And I also do a champagne version of the glass beads. And it's really pretty. I hope you guys can see how pretty that is. It's a beautiful finish. And tonight I am going to demo the silver. So here's a bigger version of it. So I hope you guys can really see how pretty that is. So I'm going to show you how to work with it tonight. All right, so let's get started. So before you guys work with this, make sure you tape off your room and you prep your walls. So the first step is to get your undercoat up. Now I've already put this on. It takes 24 hours to dry, and I actually have an online course using the glass beads. So feel free to jump in my course. You can check any of my profiles. And my online school is courses.thefauxprostudio.com. So you can always get into that. But the undercoat is very rough and rigid and thick. So it's going to actually hold the glass beads. But I went ahead and did all of that for you. But if you jump in the course, we're going to really get into that. So the next step, I like to paint my undercoat. So I'm going to be a little bit quick about this. I'm going to cheat a little. I normally use like paint trays, so y'all act like y'all don't see that. But I'm going to roll this out really quick. Now this is just silver metallic paint, nothing special. You can use any brand of silver metallic paint that you want to. Golden has a really pretty color of silver that you guys can grab. It's actually called silver. So make sure that you base coat your undercoat really well. Get 100% coverage. And with the metallic paint, it's not a big deal. Just roll it on any kind of way, just like your base coating regular wall with flat paint. Not that big of a deal. Just use your regular nap roller. I think this might be 3/4. I'm not really sure. I just grabbed some old rollers that I had laying around. And of course you can put on gloves if you want to. I've been painting for so long, I'm like, what do you need gloves for? But anyway, we're gonna let that dry. But remember, 100% coverage, don't skip around. Cover that undercoat all the way, okay? So we're gonna let that sit. But luckily for you guys, I have already done the next coat and it has set for 24 hours. Can you grab that for me under the heater? So I'm putting Justin to work. So he's doing all the recording for me or doing this live, and I've gotten him to be my studio assistant. Thank you, Justin. All right, so you can see the difference. This is wet, we just did it. Now it's a little more opulent now that it's dry. So we're gonna put this wet one out of the way. That means it gets tossed onto the floor. All right, so see how pretty that silver is? Really pretty, really shimmery. We like that. All right, so I'll let that sit overnight again. All right, so now the next step is to apply our golden glass beads. Now this is where the fun part comes in. All right, so here are our glass beads. And I hope Justin can get a good shot of this and show you guys. We got 3 cameras going. I'm high tech up in here tonight. Okay, so what we're gonna do is get 100% coverage of the glass beads on to our undercoat, our painted undercoat. Now, as you can see, I'm troweling the undercoat. I'm troweling on the glass beads, 100% coverage. And I'm not skipping around. 100%. Nice and smooth. All right. And the reason I like this is because it's so easy, super, super pretty. And now the glass beads do go on kind of white, milky, and don't worry, it's going to dry crystal clear. And you're actually going to be able to see your metallic silver under the beads after they dry. So it goes on nice and easy. Now, quick tip, when you get the beads, they are really thick, okay? So you're gonna open it up. It's gonna be a really thick paste. So what you're gonna have to do is add a little bit water. Now, I'm not gonna be there with you, so you're gonna have to figure out how you want the beads to flow or how thick or thin you need them to be. So typically you need to figure out what you're comfortable working with. But I normally add about I'll do maybe a cup or 2 of water to a gallon, and then I'll blend it, or I'll mix it with a drill and a mixing drill bit, and then I'll see how it flows. And once I get that going, I'll see how it flows off in my hand onto the wall. And if I'm comfortable with that, you know, I'll keep it moving. If it's still too thick, then I'll add a little bit of water. All right, so we'll go ahead and get that on. Still got a little bit. All right, so we just want nice and smooth. Get it nice and smooth. All right, so what we're gonna do is let this dry overnight. So hopefully you guys can see that. It's nice and smooth, very thin coverage, 100%. And we're gonna let this dry overnight, and the next day you can pull your tape. And let me show you what that's gonna look like one more time. Put this aside. All right, so once this dries, this is your finished product. Very pretty. Very subtle and very pretty. And here is a bigger version. And these are the actual larger beads here. So, can we zoom in a little bit? Mm-hmm. Yay, see how pretty that is? And I love to use, oh, let me be still so you guys can see it. And this is why I like to use the metallic paint behind the bead, so you can get that shimmer. Let's see if we can get a focus on that. And that shimmer behind the beads really adds a lot of opulence to it. But yeah, so I can't wait for you guys to try this technique because it's super easy, super fun. It adds so much opulence to any wall, and it's super high end. Like if people come to your house and they see this, they're gonna want you to come to their house, and you're gonna be like, no, I'm gonna have to charge you to do that. But here are some other techniques that I have done with the golden beads. And this is actually the class that I teach online, and I really love doing this finish. This doesn't actually have the undercoat under it, but you can see how I kind of customize it to my own. It's really beautiful, very, very pretty. Here's another version of it here. So you can really play with these glass beads. You can do a lot with them. They're really, really pretty. All right, so I hope you guys really love that while you were sipping on your wine. Oh, I got one more to show. This one's really pretty too. This one is actually the big beads and the small beads mixed in together. Really pretty. And I actually add a crystal glaze in with mine. So it's a lot you can do with these. But this is actually in the class online. So if you guys like this and you want to learn how to do this at your house, or maybe you have a business, a salon, or something like that, feel free to get in my online class. So I'll leave all the details for you. All right, well, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you so much.